stuff.
Sound under me, song under you, sound under me, song under you. High and high, you make me dream about all the love we were.
Hello. Well, you guys gotta figure that one out. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we're doing today.
Every day, every night, every morning.
Hello, Zero Zuni, what's going on? Okay, see where this takes us. Let's hope for the best. Okay, let's see where this takes us. I hope everyone's having an awesome day for those who are here. everyone who watched me is an artist. Or some form of inspired artists. Or people who love art. I always find it weird when people say that to me. I always found that weird. Like if I'm playing like Call of Duty, you're telling me you're a gamer too. I'm pretty sure most people who watch me is gamers. It's kind of crazy. That's kind of so weird when people do it. Right. Thank you, Chanel. I am drawing a fan art. It's for you guys to guess who it is. Traditional Mondays. I'm pretty sure majority of you cannot guess who this is. Once I put in the details, I'm saying. Once I put on like the codes and stuff, I'm pretty sure you guys will not understand who the hell this is. Nope, you have to pay for that. Why do people ask that? I don't know why people ask that. They're on my PFP. Why? You can't even hardly see it. Unless you have to set the point. I think that's the point. I'm starting to think that's the point. And I don't do that for free, so. Nope, you gotta pay for it. Oh, thank you. I got pay for that, bro. Hopefully I can get this right. Just doing the sketch phase. Hopefully I can get this right. I'm hoping. The foot is a little bit too. Gotta pull the foot more. Actually, better yet, let's pull this leg back if you want. I'll put it about here. Yeah. Like that. And then put the foot about here. Somewhere, and then fix my here. Does it matter? I don't know. Does that matter?
気持ち言えるわけもない弱虫なだけなんだろうな世界中のそこら中に僕より素敵な人ばかり
The neck will still show, but I think this head has to go like this. Oh. There we go. Alright. Flow state. Flow state. What does that mean? Hello, what's going on? Thank you. Let's go right here. It's always the legs. I always make them look too straight when they're supposed to curve. Hello, how goes it? Hello, what's going on, guys? I hope so. I hope it comes out good. Hey, Brad, what's going on, bud? Not dinner. Don't say that. Let me finish it, and then you'll be like, oh, that makes sense. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I think I got like it's supposed to go like this. Push this leg in a bit more. Okay. Here. This. Now let me finish first. I'll just tell you like a time. Gotta make it look good first. Gotta get the model first, and then you put the clothes on. Drawing a fan art, and it's up to you to figure out who it is. Oh, you gotta ask. I'll give you 3 hints, but you gotta ask. I might give up too much. Because y'all are too perceptive when I give you guys things, so I have to let you guys ask the question. Turn? Nah, not for all the night. I can't tell you. Why would I tell you directly the anime is from? Ask what the character is. That'll be way too easy. Hello, thank you for that. It has a movie. The questions are too straight. I think the legs are over too low. Kahlua? You think it's Kahlua? Oh yeah, I forgot. The robot refers to it as Kahlua. But no, it's not. It's so weird. Hello. Of course it's too long, but we might make it work. That. Either two things are gonna happen. People are not gonna recognize who this is. So I tell me a lot of anime tourists. Or two, they'd be like, oh, I get it, why, okay. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. That looks like Power to Chainsaw Man to you? No. Yeah, actually. Yeah, actually, to be honest, it is. The anime is popular. But I don't think majority you're still gonna get it though. And like, not even like old popular. I mean like, pretty recent popular. Is one of the main characters. I think Bride's gonna be the only one to get this. He's like, oh, I get why he drew her like that. I'm like, okay, it makes total sense. Everyone's gonna get that, oh my god, I feel stupid. No, because men are running with breasts like this. Nope, it's not that goddess from sent to be here. That goddess don't have breasts. Thank you, I appreciate it. Everyone's gonna get that oh moment. I'm gonna feel like we're living in that time. If you have to ask that, that is horrible. Let's see here. Okay, now we gotta make sure the upper half is No indication whatsoever. I don't know why you guys keep saying that. Silly. Very silly. Nope. It's not Nami. Nope. It is called Zesso by Mr. Fantastic. Zessou. I think it's Zesu. I'm saying it wrong, but anyway. It's from Mr. Fantastic, the band. Alright. I just gotta get this right. I know, most of you are probably Taurus. Let me see. And most of you probably don't walk outside the lands of JJK, My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball. Oh shit, let's go! Who got that? Jackie, you're awesome. Good job, Jackie. Let's go, dude. Let's go. All right, someone got it before Brian. Let's go. Let's go.
Ryko says let's eat.
Let's go. Good job, bro. Good damn job. Good job. Curious, what gave it away? Junjiito. I think people said that one was horrible. Well, the anime, the manga is. Let's see. Alright. Have you watched Konosuba?
Hazard says hi.
Yes, I have made Goku thousands of times. You have to pay for that if you're asking me to draw that. You can check my shorts, so no one looks at them. I don't know why, but it's kind of sad. Kind of sad. Kind of sad. Yeah, that was popular too, and that went downhill after season 2. Season 1 makes it popular, season 2 is total dog shit. Dog shit! Rushed a bunch of shit and didn't even try to expand on what the manga did. Sad. Would have been a masterpiece.
Layden says IDK man.
Oh, Tugan Anki, huh? I've been meaning to actually watch the anime. I know the manga, for some odd reason, if I remember, like, I feel like, if I remember right, I think Tugan Anki, if I remember right, is, that anime that got, or I'm getting confused. I think that anime that got, it had a manga, but I think it got canceled, but it still got an anime still. I don't know how that worked. I think it was a Tukan Anki, or I'm thinking something else. Just make sure I'm talking. Was it Tukan Anki, or was it something else? Was it Cursed Blood Peoples? I think that one got... Not that one? Which one was it? Was it something black, right? It was something black. I can't remember. They came out like around the same time, or announced around the same time. Something black in it. I think it has the word black in it, but I don't remember. That's the anime with all the blood powers and stuff. Actually, I remember Monty mentioned that in his stream, where he said he was in the whole segment with the girl with the giant titties, but she was like very demanding, and she was like a girl boss, but she does anything for her man type shit. No, not the Butler one. That's, you're probably referring to, oh my god, what is it called? That's Black Butler. Yeah, it's definitely different. This came out recently. You're talking about Black Butler. Never really watched that, but I know that was really popular with women back in the day. Still is. Amy Wonder. Big titties. She kind of reminds me of Android 18 for some odd reason. I think it's her design. Her initial design. I think. For real? I gotta rewatch. I gotta watch this show. I have to watch this show now. What's up? What's up? There it goes. Black Torch. That was it. That was the one.
More small cafe says me.
That was the anime that got canceled. Manga, but still got an anime anyway. Got anime revival.
Retroplo says meet Mora.
It was that anime. The manga got canceled, but the anime still got it. It still got anime somehow. I think something's going on with Shonen Jump, where they're probably is falling back on their old shows. I mean, old mangas that got canceled and try to revive them because they may have potential. Which is a good thing. Feels like if once a manga got canceled, doesn't mean that's the end. Hello, Vic. What's going on? Decker J. It's Decker J. Is that that robot thing you call me? Thank you.
Mora's Mall Cafe says yes.
Yeah. Knowing you, if it doesn't have robots, you don't give a flying fudge.
Retroplo says lol.
It's only been like, what, 20 minutes? 30 minutes, I believe. Okay, so it passes there, so I have to, yeah, like this. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a professional, I gotta be fast. Are they really? Are they really that expensive? No way. How much? They can't be that expensive.
Mora's Mall Cafe says yeah.
Everything just getting expensive.
Mora's Mall Cafe says 150 lowest.
Oh hell no. Oh hell no. No. You good. I usually stream every day and usually doing digital work alongside my traditional work, only on Mondays. But most cases when I'm not doing a commission work or I don't have a project in challenge, I'll be just shooting out a bunch of poses and sketches in front of my students while we do reactions. So it'll be hours and hours. The next bride will be sitting here. Sometimes we'll do like musical sketches where we'll play a song. While the song's going, I have to draw the sketch as fast as possible to get as much detail. And if the song is finished before I can initially at least make the character decent, I have to move on to the next sketch. Regardless if it's done or not. Yep. Yeah, I do commission work, or I sometimes put my stuff on Redbubble. since I was 6. I'm 31. Character designer, teacher, video editor, content creator, influencer, all that shit. Just a couple of days ago. Just last week we did a sponsorship for V2 for XPPen. Can't speak today. I think they was mighty pleased with the video. To be honest, I wasn't, but I think they was mighty pleased with it. I'm better at males, but no one wants to watch me draw males. And whenever I draw males, it just makes everything dry up with how I draw males, so I just don't do it unless someone pays me. I draw females mostly for free because they bring in customers. Because they assume that I'm drawing women for Gunnar reasons, but once they realize, nope, he doesn't do Gunnar art because I don't see any Gunnar art from him like that. They'd be like, oh, he's just using the women to bring in customers. Once he starts drawing actual real stuff I like, he's like, oh, okay, he can actually draw. He can't draw, he can actually draw. Like, he can draw characters and shit. He can draw outside of anime. If it makes you feel better, you can just go to my shorts and look at me draw All Might. Mighty pleased with that. Or Goku. You can just watch the Swimsuit Summer Event playlist if you're on which one? TikTok? No, you're on YouTube. You can go watch on the Swimsuit Summer Event section. That makes it easier.
Small Cafe says you on YT.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, go jump over there. I hope so too. I really hope so too. Thank you though. You too, bro. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, bud, what's going on? What's going on, my dude? What's up, Sylph? Yeah, it's Monday. Gotta get those traditional Mondays out of the way. Really? So, what was the episode? Huh. Else. Oh god. To be honest with you, I'm surprised how this man was able to do all the bullshit he did to the Leaf Village and still be able to, like, still live there. I should be back. You guys see me on stream? On YouTube? Should be back.
EA Slump Drawer says Aqua.
Yep. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Phone got hot. Stupid phone. I gotta get a new phone. Apparently the battery's not good anymore. Is it too loud though? Yeah, I didn't understand that. I don't understand that. Bro killed the Hokage. That's crazy. He killed the third Hokage. Paul's experience on several Leaf Shinomi. What else did he did? Dabbled in horrible, like, forbidden jutsu. Yeah. Oh, I get it. Thank you. Yeah, I understand. Oh. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Yep. Strangely. Life got better, right? I thought you kicked the bucket. Okay. Now the eye, I believe is too high up. I'll have to fix that. I've been hearing a lot of stuff going on with, was it Brown Dust 2? Brown Dust 2 is getting censored up the ass, yo. I heard it was getting censored, but I didn't know it was getting censored like that. I never played the game. Is it even like besides the censoring, is it actually good, like, gameplay wise, or? The health switch. Oh, that sucks. Huh. Been a minute since you hit my line. Been a minute since I saw your face. Been a minute since I faked this smile. Lost love, shit can feel the same. Leave me alone, leave me alone. What is the game exactly? Like, what is it? Is it just a typical gacha game, or? not really sure what it is. Okay, other than it being like an anime gacha game. It's a mobile game. Oh, okay. Is it an action type game or? I'm not really sure what it does. Like, okay, it's a mobile game, but like, oh, okay. Okay. I think someone said there's a segment in the game where you can like there's like a music segment where you can slap the ass, like a metaphorical ass in the game. Is that true? I find that funny. To be honest with you, oh, just to let everyone know, I'm up to date with all the. I heard that was a thing. I don't know how real that truly is, but it'll be funny if that wasn't that. Just to let everyone know, I'm up to date. I think I'm caught up with all the content for the gaming stuff. Yeah. Okay. Clean her hair. I remember when I told them that I'd be something. Took some time, but I'm really getting mine now. Now they're wishing for tickets instead of mine. Ooh, what was it about? You won't ever want to find out. All I really need is a little piece of mind now. I'm just hoping that somebody feel my pain, yeah. I'm so sick of these lonely nights in the rain, yeah. I'm so sick of these mornings that feel the same. I've been mourning for some months, but the chapter flipped the page, yeah. Lately, I've been on the road. Lately, I've been in the zone. Wrist froze, had to get it on my phone. Where I'm going, I don't ever really know, but I heard that Project Eve thing is gonna be $20. I don't know, would I get it? I don't think I would. But then again, I think I would for the aesthetic to put on the chair when I'm doing like gaming stuff. Ooh, what was it? What was so funny? Oh my god. I don't know, I think that man will put domestic violence on that chick. What's up? What's going on? Yep. Should've just bait him just to hurt her. Straight up. She seemed like the type who would do that. Yeah, I can see him doing that. Maybe even Rudo if you put that in the same section. Rudo might do the same thing, but actually would put his hands on her like he did Amma. Do I have art block? No. Why would I have that? Art block doesn't exist. remember touching blocks when I was a kid. I don't remember really touching blocks when I was a kid. If I did, I don't remember. This face is pissing me off. I think the way I drew this head is horrible. Okay, let me get rid of the eye and adjust this better. Actually, you know what? Erase out everything. Erase all of this, and then we'll fix it as we go. Because like when something's not working, sometimes you just gotta go back to the drawing board just to make the right adjustments. Don't try and make it work, because you just get annoyed. After a while, you might get really annoyed for doing it. So I'd rather just fix whatever issues that's plaguing this. They're just mechanical pencils. And no, I didn't buy them. I got them for free from a company when I was doing the swimsuit summer event. They had no other colors except those. And I needed to put on my resume for my TikTok shop thing.
She wanna stay for the night. I cannot keep her around. I gotta live my life. Ain't no one bringing me down. I did a lot of the spite. Tell them to look at me now. I gotta do what is right. I'm gonna make them all proud. Young boy ballin'. Money keep falling.
Yeah.
Keep stalling. Shawty keep calling. Things change so fast. Now we can't.
Wait, why did you activate blocked? Our block.
Fade into the background. Black Jeep swerving down the road. Iced out diamonds watch froze. Looking at this time I've been alone. Rolling up, faded in my zone. Grinding with my fam and my bros from the go. And now I'm getting bands by the blow. But you know I used to never talk about it, no. Now people always talking about it, whoa. I got ghosts, I got demons. I've been low, getting high to fight the feeling. So I smoke till I swear I can feel it. But they're still there, I can never leave it. No, I got ghosts, I got demons. I've been low, getting high to fight the feeling. I need hope, I need something to believe in. It's a nightmare, even without dreaming. She plays mind games, makes my head hurt. Sitting sideways, don't feel better. Stayed up 5 days, now I'm not sane. Switching time frame, she's so extra. She wanna stay for the night, I cannot keep her around. Hop on a plane and take flight, gotta get out of this town. I see my name in the lights, don't see her face in the crowd. I'm on the stage with a mic, hoping you hearing me loud. I'm no good for a girl like you. We're no fit for a world like this. You're no good for a guy like me. We ain't much.
Just to be clear, I didn't pick this music because I liked them. I picked this music because it was free on YouTube. And YouTube deemed it fine.
That's the end of it, no comma, no need for comments. You broke your promise, that's nonsense. Our love is haunted, I'm honest. I got ghosts, I got demons. I've been low, getting high to fight the feeling. So I smoke till I swear I can feel it. But they're still there, I can never leave it. No, I got ghosts, I got demons. I've been low, getting high to fight.
And then what's annoying is that when someone tries to recommend me a song that's free, it usually isn't. Because even though they say, oh no, it's free. Like, nah, it's not. Once the YouTube, sometimes it might be actually free on other platforms, but YouTube may not see it as that. So you have to run it through the YouTube AI thing. It's annoying because you gotta go through every song, so that's why I don't bother putting new music, because it's just a pain in the ass. Lung killers? Lung killers? What the fuck?
Some days I don't ever sleep. Some days I don't miss a beat. Some days I don't wanna wake up. I don't wanna go out. I don't really say much. On my belt, pull up on my
Okay, that's keeping it. Okay, that's keeping a very normal state. Fan still works. Thank God. Pain in the ass to deal with that.
Everything ain't fine. Tears on my bed, shawty wanna read my mind. I got Dolce in Gabbana, she wanna smell. Demons in my dreams got me waking up in hell. Oh well, I got used to how it feels. Emotions I conceal, off the drugs but they don't heal. I just need me something real. I'm sick of all the fake. Some days I just need my space. Yeah. Some days I don't ever sleep. Some days I don't miss a beat. Some days I don't wanna wake up. I don't wanna go out.
Hey, Alex, what's going on, bro?
Some days I don't ever sleep. Some days I don't miss a beat. Some days I don't wanna wake up. I don't wanna go out. I don't really say much.
Alright, what's up? That's good. Konosuba.
She said she got problems, issues. Everybody got them. Not just you. Eventually we'll solve them. So continue, just continue. You'll be fine even when I'm not with you. Problems, issues. Everybody.
Oh yeah, I'll be adding new stickers very soon. I'll be doing some revamping of a lot of things again. I might have to take a week off just to get everything done.
Talking about her plans. I was trying to see what's poppin', trying to be her man, steady rolling up in coffins, smoking up them grams. She say she don't do this often, but for me she
Did I really?
can. Goddamn, that's the shit I like to hear. Tell me pretty lies, girl, whisper in my ear. Tell me everything is fine, even when the coast ain't clear. I'll believe you for the time, as long as you're right here. So just vibe with me, ride with me, come and get high with me, fly with me, die with me, just don't say goodbye. Vibe with me, ride with me, come and get high with me, fly with me, die with me, just don't say goodbye. Got problems, issues, everybody got them, not just you. Eventually we'll solve them, so continue, just continue. You'll be fine even when I'm not with you. Problems, issues, everybody got them, not just you. Eventually we'll solve them,
you.
so continue, just continue. You'll be fine even when I'm not with you. Drinking under club lights, sipping something too strong, trying to have a fun night. Ain't have one in too long. I could get her done right. Her ex did her too wrong. We're just living young life. I could help her move on. I've been through the same shit. I know what it's like to. She said, do you like me? I said, yeah, I might. Ooh, you could be my main chick. Just don't make me side, dude. I don't ever play shit. I read it right through. So just vibe with me, ride with me, come and get high with me, fly with me, die with me. Just don't say goodbye. Ride with me, come and get
You need 1,000 jewels, you only give 600 something. You need 400. I may have hit the head too high. Head's way too high. Just you. Face is still not that's where I want it to be. There you go. You need 400 more. Maybe, but it's not my standard. I'll just do the outside and then fix the face later. Yep. This is pretty much just a headshot if you think of it. Yes, 1,000 jewels. You have 600 something, so you need 400 more.
and I'm stuck in the state. Wait till I'm finding the brain. All of this money, it drives me insane. Headed out east, hop on a plane. Gotta make them know my name. Bitch, I done came a long way. Most of my homies on minimum wage. I'm tryna bring them on stage. Pull it up, then we go rage. Feel like I'm locked in a cage. Don't think I'll ever be acting my age. Nah, hold it up, hold it up. All night, going up, going up. Lately shit been blowing up.
You guys probably didn't judge me this entire time with these music. Yeah, I guess. It's for the extra change. Yeah, it's just the extra change that you had. So it became 300 something. I just rounded off the 400. Math. Do you? Everyone likes speaker.
I know you get lonely, I get lonely too. I can't help it,
Well, you gotta pick the song, you're the student.
all that we've been through, everything we do now. You don't even know me, I don't know me too. You can save me, boo, let me face my doom. Locked inside this room, broke my heart in two. Anxiety attacks in the Corvette, broke down in the rain on your doorstep. Heartbreak pulled me through a fucking vortex. Couldn't get you out my head or my cortex. I can forget when you kissed me on the forehead. Late nights sound like vortex. Now I'm only your ex, and you're my muse. Wasting away my youth. What's the use when the stars in the sky ain't gonna change? They just fade away. When it's dark outside, I can see your face. I can hear your name. So I parked my ride by your old driveway, just to drive away again. It's hard each time, cause I wish you'd stay to do it all again. And now you get lonely,
Hey, Mikey.
I get lonely too. I can't help it, you are all that I knew. All that we've been through, everything we do now. You don't even know me, I don't know me too. You can save me, boo, let me face my doom. Look inside this room, broke my heart in two. Losing control, don't know.
Huh? Hold on. Hold up. Come with me. I put you on the charger the other night. I don't know why. Hold up. Come here, Mushi. I realize you're just like sitting right there. Hold on. What's going on with you, bro? There we go. Let's sit for a bit. I was being to ask you that. I was like, what have you done? Oh, sick, bud. Okay. How come? Yep. Who, me? What's up? It would have worked out. Maybe. I think it's too abrupt, to be honest. It needs more cleaning up before I ink it. I want to try something real quick. Hold on. Wait a second. Thank you. Oh God, Jesus Christ.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and look, your Instagram account might have gotten hacked. your data might have been breached, but it's okay. According to Meta, according to Instagram, it's fine. Barely an inconvenience. So we're going to talk about what happened and what they're doing to patch that up. But apparently this data was leaked a couple of years ago. There was 17.5 million passwords, usernames leaked, all kinds of personal information. And this is the risk that comes with using social media, right? You never know who's actually getting your information. So just be prepared, right? If you go online, just be prepared. Anything that you post on any of these platforms, whether it's a DM or an address or, private photos of a certain nature, just imagine somebody could be getting into those, into your DMs. Your DMs are not private, right? And that's how you have to approach it. And if you're not comfortable with that information getting out to the public, then you should be.
I have nothing to worry about because everything I do on my Artextric account and all my other accounts, but specifically my Artextric account, the only thing I do on that is post art and answer students sometimes. That's it. Most of it is just mainly just all the art that I do, so it don't really matter to me.
Be posting it privately, in my opinion. But here we are. People think that their social media is safe and secure always, and that's not the case, right? It's a corporate product. So this comes from Engadget. Instagram says accounts are secure after wave of suspicious password reset requests. So on the other hand, Malwarebytes said this incident is related to an alleged leak that includes usernames, email addresses, phone numbers, and more. Yeah, apparently they're selling this on the dark web. Of course, Malwarebytes, though, I mean, look, let's be honest. They're selling antivirus software, right? So they're going to be like, hey, you need to subscribe to us to make sure your data is safe. Maybe they did it. Who knows? Who knows? I always wonder, like, do these antivirus companies actually create the viruses and then sell you the cure for the virus? Do they, sell your data on the dark web so they can sell you?
Yeah, they do that on that's the plot of, like, Ninja Turtles. That's literally the plot of Ninja Turtles. That's literally the plot. Because, like, they just literally do that. Like in Ninja Turtles, the movie, the live action one, where the villain makes a virus and then try to sell you back the cure or some stupid shit.
Solution for that? I don't know. I've wondered that. If you received a bunch of password reset requests from Instagram recently, you're not alone. Malwarebytes, an antivirus software company, initially reported that there was a data breach revealing the sensitive information of 17.5 million Instagram users. Malwarebytes added that the leak included Instagram usernames, physical addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, and more. However, Instagram said there was no breach and that users were secure. Guys, barely an inconvenience. Don't worry. Don't stop using us. It said, we fixed an issue that let an external party request password reset emails for some people. Some people. It's 17.5 million people. Some people. There's no breach of our systems, and your Instagram accounts are secure. You can ignore those emails. Sorry for any confusion. I did not get one of those emails, so I guess we're lucky. In the Malwarebytes post, the company added that the data is available for sale on the dark web and can be abused by cyber criminals. Malwarebytes noted, like some kid in his dorm room. That's your cyber criminal right there. Malwarebytes noted in an email to its customers. The funny thing about all
that, like, okay, this is the funniest thing. Whenever they say a high amounts of people whose data's been breached, if the bad guys who have it, it's just gonna touch about probably 50 people. They're not gonna use that many people. So the likelihood you're gonna be hit is beyond likely. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
That discovered the breach during its routine dark web scan. It sounds so like, I mean, yeah, does this stuff go on all the time? Absolutely. Look, just assume your social security number, your banking information, all that stuff. Just assume somebody's got access to it. Because they do. They already have access to it, right? You know what you do is you tank your credit score so there's no incentive. Just stop paying your bills for 6 months and see what happens. So there's no incentive to steal your ID. Be like, yeah, this guy's got a 500 credit score. Screw this. We're not
imagine.
The reported breaches resulted
Imagine data breaching a bunch of people, and the majority of them have shit credit, so you can't even use them. You can't even use the credit. You have shit credit. Your credit is like 400 less. So you can't even use it because majority of most companies ain't gonna fuck with you because your credit is ass. So if you're gonna open a new car or try to get a new house or some stupid shit or try to get an apartment, you're fucked. You waste your time, bro. So sometimes being a total having shit credit has its benefits too, you know. Really, it doesn't incentivize anyone to touch you. They're all poor, right? Like, think of it that way. So if someone's like, oh, your data has been breached, they might gain your credit. I'm like, bro, my credit's like fucking shit. If they get in there and do anything, I'll be surprised they even get anything. That shit be funny.
Users receiving several emails from Instagram about password reset requests. According to Malwarebytes, the leaked information could lead to a more serious attack, like phishing attempts or account takeovers. In response, Instagram posted on X that users can ignore recent email requests, requesting password resets. We fixed the issue. While Instagram said this isn't a data breach, its parent company has been in hot water for data breaches in the past. If you haven't already, it's always a good idea to turn on two-factor authentication and change your password. Even better, you can review what devices are logged into your Instagram account. Update. The story and headline have been updated with Instagram's statement. Barely an inconvenience. Okay. This person, they said, yeah, we fixed the issue. Okay, so this person says, from X, I'm glad you shared this on X because no one would see it on Threads. Oh! There was no breach. No breach, but an external party can trigger a password reset. Sounds like a breach. I don't believe you. Same vibe. One, a competitor is trying to go after us with false rumors. FTX is fine. Assets are fine. Yeah, it's a very weird thing. Like, they're going to tell you it's fine because they don't want you to feel insecure, right? Sid here says, next, please fix your non-existent support and recover accounts that were wrongfully suspended by you. Yeah, Instagram is really weird, man. Like, people can get into it pretty easy. We had problems early on. I forgot we even had an Instagram account. Like, we post over there more than we used to, but I forgot we had one, and we had people trying to get into it, so I had to turn two-factor on. But we had, like, all these login attempts, and I'm like, who the hell are you? And then we had people, like, bombarding the DMs with, like, I hate you, clownfish. You hate gay cartoons. What's wrong with you? And always an anonymous account, too. Like, show your face. Tell me who you are. You know who we are. You tell me who you are, and then we'll have a conversation. Levi says there was no...
The funniest thing about that statement is, like, if I hate something, why is it your mission to stop me hating it? Especially if I'm not really making any difference in that thing I'm hating. Say you hate, like, I don't know, motorcycle people who likes to play on who likes to ride on motorcycles. You love motorcycles. Why is it your mission to harass me to tell me how stupid I am for hating people who ride motorcycles? Especially if I'm not, like, stopping them from... I just hate them. I make my opinions, but I never really say go after anyone. Why is it your mission to harass me, to make me like that? Or change my mind in the sense of harassing me to prove your point? That is so dumb. Only dumb people think like that. It's like it's the same as like if someone is racist, if you beat them up, they're not going to be any more or less racist than you do now. That doesn't stop people from being racist. Like, I don't understand that logic. Yeah, they're just looking for an excuse to do something. That's what it seems like to me. Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, if someone's outright blatantly racist.
Michael Godley Gamer. So lost.
Right? They're just gonna hate you even more. They just have you know what I'm saying? It just makes no sense. So, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. You're just better off just leaving them alone and to their devices. As long as they're not doing anything directly to you, I don't see the point of doing anything to them.
Breach is the tech version of it. I promise she's just a friend. This is the bigger story. The bigger story isn't that, you know, a major social media company had a breach. The bigger story is nobody believes you. That's the bigger story. I keep receiving those messages, says Edgar. Hi, Sis and Edgar. We got a request to reset your password. Go F yourself. Why should an external party request a reset, and how would people know if those requests are legit, not part of a scam? Grok, no. What's Grok say? Okay, no breach. According to Meta, there was no breach. Just a fixed issue allowing external reset requests. However, reports link this to a 2024 data leak exposing millions of usernames and emails, no passwords. Accounts are secure if you ignore the emails and enable two-factor authentication. Well, you should always do two-factor authentication.
Michael Godly
Always.
Gamer
So,
says, anyway, nice
here
drawing.
is, let's see,
Thank
the
you.
initial report from Malwarebytes. They said cyber criminals stole the sensitive information of 17.5 million Instagram accounts, including usernames, physical addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, and more. They said Seb says the breach data from 2022 is already known. Except since 2022, I got 2 password reset requests, and both happened this week. How do you explain that? The media are all referring to the same individual, Solonik, who allegedly shared a 2024 leak. In reality, this is a repost of data from 2022. Moreover, the thread has been moved. As for the password reset requests, I receive dozens of them every month and have for several years. Yeah, we've gotten that too. And that's why I had to turn on two-factor. Like for all of our social accounts, I had to turn on two-factor. And it's a pain in the ass. I mean, it's a royal pain in the ass. Like every time I want to log in on a different computer, we move around a lot because we have recording space at home. Then we have our office for other businesses. And for a while, we had the gaming center. So it was like wherever we go, I had to like log in again. And it's like, can't even log into anything without my damn phone. So yeah, it sucked. The Instagram data leak file was created on June of 2022 and shared via cloud service in 2023. Remains interesting as is now being widely distributed with the public obtaining it for free for the first time. Yeah, this is kind of weird. It's been out there for a couple of years. Can you give me the link? Yeah, so like, look, I mean, this is, who do you believe, right? Because you've got social media companies saying, hey, we're safe and secure, use our platform. And then you've got Malwarebytes, whose business is selling you cybersecurity tools. So they're going to look for cybersecurity problems, because if there are no problems, then they're out of business, right? So, like, I don't know. But yeah, just a reminder, turn your two-factor authentication on. Every social media account you have, you should definitely be turning it on. Just because, you know, that's the way it works, right? That's the way it works. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe, but we will talk later.
I don't know, man. I don't know, something about this breach seems a little bit more weirder than just a breach, you know? And they usually say that's usually like, okay. You know, but this one feels different. It feels like this was forced. Alright, laters. Okay. Any more news? Let's see here. Yeah, but this one seems different from the rest. It doesn't feel like it's real.
So apparently Paramount is suing over this Warner Brothers Netflix
The
deal.
Humming
They
Garden
said that
says,
they
I
want
got
to
those
see the
emails.
numbers. They want to see how this is a
you
better
got 'em?
deal
The Humming
for
Garden says
Warner
almost
Brothers to
had
sell
me.
itself to Netflix. We're going to
might
talk
have to-
about this. This is Neon. This is Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
I did a little bit of a different intro, so I kind of threw myself off here. Yeah, and this is Clownfish TV. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get woohoo if you do. Woohoo! All right, so let's get right into this. It's just crazy. I'm kind of looking at this like, what the hell is going on? So, according to Discussing Film, Paramount has filed a lawsuit against Warner Brothers to get them to disclose greater financial information about the Netflix deal. They also plan to nominate Paramount-friendly directors to Warner Brothers' board who they believe would vote against the deal with Netflix.
It's a proxy battle.
Yeah, pretty much. I do like this meme, though.
I know, it's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, I want to Warner Brothers now. Now, here's the thing. Like this, it feels like Netflix already had this in the bag before Paramount got involved.
Well, that's what they're arguing, too, is that they're making a deal. But Warner Brothers said, and I kind of don't think they're wrong, is the problem with the Paramount deal, too, is the fact that they're taking out so many loans, having so many different investors with fingers in the pie and stuff to try to make enough money and taking on the debt that they don't think they can, do so. And they're also worried that some of the things, the wording they had was not exclusive and they could just walk any time. Or they had wording in there like, they could sell off assets apparently, or things that they could just take and then just get rid of a division if they felt like it. And I mean, before it was purchased, and it also holds out for 18 months. There's a lot of wording in there that they were concerned about, a lot of things they were worried about. I also think the Netflix deal kind of, they're definitely playing favorites in that regard. But no matter who gets it, it's going to suck for everybody, so it doesn't really matter.
It's going to suck for Hollywood. I know a lot of people are trying to spin it positively, but look, they're in a really bad situation because on one hand they have Netflix,
over there, honey.
which politically Netflix is pretty progressive, but they don't seem to really care that much about theatrical releases, and they tend to cancel shows sometimes immediately after they drop. And they don't do as much, so they might only do 6 episodes.
The
and that's
Humming
a
Garden
quote-unquote
says they're
season
welcome carrot
as far as
underscore
Netflix is
carrot.
concerned, which means there's not going to be enough work to go around. And they're buying Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers produces a lot of content. And if they treat Warner Brothers like the rest of Netflix, it's not going to be good for Hollywood. Then the other hand, Paramount's like, we are committed to theatrical releases. You just have to put up with our politics.
How's life been?
Well, that's that too. And plus, their funding's coming from a lot of different sources, which is concerning.
It could be better.
But it's not really a win situation here. I know they do not. Hollywood does not like Netflix to have it, but they don't want Paramount to have it either because they don't like them either. But this whole thing, I'm not getting my way, so I'm going to, counter offer even after it's accepted. Okay, and now we're going to sue. It's kind of like, I mean, even if they're not wrong, it's coming across really not great.
So, I mean, all of this could take, for this deal to get finalized, whoever winds up with it, it could take years. I mean, it could take 2 or 3 years. And I think what's going to happen is that Hollywood is going to be completely upended because they're going to kind of hold off, I think, on maybe greenlighting some stuff because they're going to be like, we don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, they're already probably doing that because they're coming into the, year again where all these contracts are up.
Yeah, it's like every other year.
And then they're all going to fight. They're all going to fight the AI stuff and everything else. So they're like, we mentioned before, they're trying to sweetheart deal them with we'll help you pay for your, health insurance and stuff like that, which we talked about before.
Oh, it's never enough.
A lot of places are waiting to see anyway with that. And then this whole thing, if that, what you're saying is true, it could get worse, not better.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is while Hollywood kind of pisses around, I think we're going to have some smaller studios like upstarts or digital studios kind of, come in from the side and be like, oh, hey, they're not producing new stuff that you guys like. We'll do it. We'll make some stuff. So this is coming from The Verge. Paramount sues after Warner Brothers Discovery rejects its latest deal. David Ellison wants Warner Brothers Discovery to share more details about its Netflix deal with shareholders. All right, Paramount's turning up the pressure on Warner Brothers Discovery in the wake of its merger with Netflix as it's now suing the David Zaslav-helmed company in an attempt to get more details surrounding the agreement. In addition to the lawsuit, Paramount CEO David Ellison revealed that the company plans to nominate directors to Warner Brothers' board to vote against the deal with Netflix. Wow,
Just because you nominate doesn't mean they get put on the board, though, as we found out with Disney and stuff.
I think what's going to happen, because I know Trump wants the Ellisons to get Warner Brothers because he wants to shut down CNN or something. I think what's going to happen is the federal government is going to stop the deal from going through. They're going to dawdle and then eventually try to push Paramount through. I don't know if they're going to be successful.
I mean, again, I want to argue. I mean, I don't think the Netflix is a good idea either. But I think the president using power like that is not cool. Just to get his friends what they want. I don't care if it was Trump or somebody else. I don't care if it was Biden or, but I would say the same thing then. It's like, it's not cool. It's not okay to try to use power to try to get your friends the deals they want.
I'm just going to tell you what I think is going to go down, how it's going to go down. Because he said before, he made comments before that it's like, yeah, it's good luck getting through the regulatory process. And
my paycheck's too small.
They'll find some technicality to not push it through. Just a hunch. I don't know for 100% certain, but if I had to guess, they'll find a reason for Netflix to not get it and then turn around and try to push Paramount through.
And I think there would be more conflict of interest, with the Paramount taking it than Netflix taking it. But that's just me.
I would think that too, because they already have news stations, they already have television, they already have studios, and so I don't know. All right, so after fielding offers from a range of companies, including Paramount, Warner Brothers settled on a deal with Netflix, which will acquire the company's studio, HBO Max,
that's all
for
right,
$82.7 billion. And I think they already knew this is where they're going to go, hence the casting decisions on the Harry Potter reboot. I'm just saying, they already had like one foot in the Netflix camp. But Paramount isn't taking no for an answer. The company launched a $108 billion hostile takeover bid to purchase all of Warner Brothers in December. Warner Brothers later rejected this deal along with Paramount's amended offer.
Now, something else to clarify too. Warner Brothers wants to spin off Discovery into Discovery Global and still keep a lot of the Discovery stuff, and they still have their own streaming channel. Netflix is willing to just buy the HBO assets and let them do that. Paramount wants all of it, including the streaming, so they can have their own Discovery streaming.
I think, David Zaslav came from Discovery. Mm-hmm. So I think I'll tell you what I think is actually going on here. I think he made a deal with Ted Sarandos over at Netflix, Zaslav. He's going to cash out hugely, and he's going to get to still head up Discovery and still.
Well, he's not supposed to be in charge of Discovery, but he's still being.
We'll see. We'll see. Paramount has now filed a lawsuit against Warner Brothers to ask the court to force the company to disclose more details about its Netflix agreement with the shareholders, such as how it valued the transaction. Warner Brothers Discovery has provided increasingly novel reasons for avoiding a transaction with Paramount, but what it has never said, because it can't...
I don't care. It's a bunch of talk. I don't care about that. I don't give a fuck.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And Gen Z grads need to toughen up. According to Fortune, they're being given resilience training in the UK to toughen up for the job, like taking criticism on the chin. Yeah,
so apparently they're doing like trainings after they hire these people. I'm like, if this is this bad, then colleges should focus on classes teaching you resilience training while you're in school.
No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're too busy worrying about gender ideology studies and being a fucking activist at college. It's not even college anymore. It's literally like grown-up kindergarten. It's 13th grade. That's what it is. That's what college has turned to. It's turned to 13th grade. That's what that is. It's not... There's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. College has now turned, ironically, into 13th grade. With extra steps, and they're falling for that's what you just become a brainwash activist to a degree, and then they end up being taught to be like they're taught the saying silence is compliance and silence is violence and all that stupid shit. It's like nah. I seen it firsthand back in college. I'm trying, it won't let me. Okay, last time I was at college, someone did have a tantrum.
IDK USA says 13th grade.
Actually, when I went back to college, I remember I saw the whole when they was pushing gender stuff there. When I first went to the college I went to, it was not like that. When I came back, I was like, oh shit. It's like, ah, shit. Nowhere else to sit and bore witness to all to feed from me.
The job, and you have to be taught how to deal with taking criticism.
This reminds me of how colleges basically have to spend...
Once the schools once the schools got overrun, or the varsity schools got overrun by this nonsense, it was over. I believe you. Once that happened, it was over.
Freshman year reteaching everybody's senior year because they don't know what the hell they're doing coming into it. And yeah, I think a lot of people are coddled. I think in college especially, they're coddled. So when they go out to the workforce, they're like, oh my God, there are actual expectations.
Yes.
A lot of colleges just take the money and give you shit.
Yeah,
That's part of it. And the other half, or the other part we want to talk about, the main part we want to talk about was there's a Gen Z person, and he's McDonald's CEO. He started off as a dishwasher, and he's basically like, no one's gonna do it for you. If you want to be successful, you're gonna have to go work your butt off, find ways to move up and make it happen, because you can't count on anybody else to do it for you.
So we're going to talk about this because everybody is looking for Gen Z stuff, and Gen Z is a very interesting generation because it does seem like you've got two sides of the same coin. You've got a lot of kids that have all the coddling and the helicopter parenting, like the millennials before them. That was a trope. But then you also have a lot of Gen Z that want to go back to the way things used to be.
And there's a lot of them that are out there getting it because
That sounds horrible, but I think what we should do is focus more on Gen Alpha than focus on Gen Z at this point. Because as soon as you try to help Gen Z, Gen Alpha just takes up whatever Gen Z has done. And then that's going to be hell on earth. It's going to be a much bigger beast. So I suggest, once you fuck up with Gen Z, you just skip Gen Z and go to like Gen Alpha and then Gen whatever, right? Beta, and then focus on them too to fix where Gen X fucked up. Where Gen Z is a failed I feel like Z is a failed project at this point. Like, sadly, I hate to say that because my sister's in that Gen Z shit, but she's not part of this shit. She's in that group, but she's not part of that group. So I think where Gen X fucked up millennials, and millennials kind of screwed it for Gen Z too, but because of Gen X, I think what the best thing to do is skip Gen Z and stop focusing on Gen Z. Let them figure it out, and then focus on Gen Alpha and Gen Beta and Delta. That's the only way to fix this. I know that sounds like a horrible thing, but when you really think about it, you have to cut off an arm to save the whole body, right? That's how I look at it. You can't save the whole body. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I can probably bring up. Because, like, I'm looking at this now, I'm like, constantly, we keep on focusing on Gen Z, constantly, and it seems like it's not getting better, or it's not helping at all. So I think what's best we should do is put mainly our focus on Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, and Delta. Those are the only three that make up what Gen X did to millennials. Pretty much. Because millennials were supposed to help Gen Z be better than them for what the fuck Gen X did to us. Actually, not only that, baby boomers did more than Gen X. Gen X, freedom. Yep, I think what we need to do is just focus on Gen Alpha. I'm sorry, I know that sounds like you're just throwing them to the wolves at this point, but what can you do? Because you're trying to fix something that can't be fixed. So it doesn't even make sense. What are you talking? You mean Discord? Go to the Discord. Link in bio. This is that saying, you need to cut off your arm. If the arm's infected, cut it off before the whole body gets fucked. You're trying to save the arm and it's not working. Gen Z is that arm. I think that's the best thing to do. No, I don't know anything about that. I don't really fuck with Pokemon like that. I don't really fuck with Pokemon like that. I haven't fucked with Pokemon since, like, what, 2000... 9? It's been such a long time. Yeah, I don't think we can save Gen Z at this point. Gen Z is like what Silver says, a failed experiment that should have been way better than millennials. So, it is what it is. Nice. But yeah, I don't think we can save Gen Z. I think we should help them as much as possible, but I don't think we should save them. It's just at that point now. Because every time I hear about Gen Z, is always something about redirecting and fixing. So...
They're getting it
like
too.
youngest, billionaires of Gen Z and different things. They get it. They're out there. They're trying. They're out there, doing something about it. And I think they're broad brushing most of Gen Z because of the behavior of some, and I don't think that's fair.
So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to
Everyone
Clownfish TV, more clownfishtv.com. That's MORE. For more Clownfish TV, and we got videos talking about life in the 80s, because we're not Gen Z, but our kids are. So we'll
like, why are you talking about that? It's like because our kids are Gen Z.
Our kids are, and they're running into a lot of the problems that keep coming up in these articles. The job situation, wanting physical media, feeling disconnected, feeling kind of out of time because of the pandemic, all of these things. We've seen it firsthand. So we'll start with this one. This is the McDonald's CEO. He started off as a dishwasher. Yeah, his tough love career advice for Gen Z is if you want success, you got to make it happen.
Yeah, well, I could tell you the same thing because that's something we learned a long time ago. Actually, it was funny because when we first met and we got married and stuff, I was always like, well, you have to wait your turn. And you were like, if you wait your turn, you're never going to get a turn. And it's kind of like... There's one story I always tell that you really hammered it home was we took our son to trick or treat at the mall, and I know this sounds unrelated, but it's completely you'll get it in a minute. And we waited in line, and we waited in line, and we waited in line. Trick or treating started, but we weren't moving in the line. And here we weren't moving in the line because all these other people that were a lot of older kids were going from station to station and not waiting in line, and just running across and going and getting the stuff. But because they were doing that, everybody in line wasn't getting a turn. And it's like if we stayed the way we were doing, we were never going to get a turn. And I hate to say that because it wasn't fair to the people that were waiting, but I also know the reality is if you sit there and wait to get noticed, you're going to be waiting a long time.
You know that. Why would you ask?
Because everybody else is going to be dancing in front of these people while you're still waiting for a turn in line.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's just kind of... it's just kind of Darwinism, right? It's how it works in the animal kingdom. I know it's really crass and crude to be like, we're just animals,
I know
but
I
it's
shouldn't
true.
take it without paying, but
do
you gotta
you think
see the
the
X question
predator
anyway.
waits until somebody else brings him a meal and says, here, it's okay, you can have some no, they do not. You have to go out and hunt for yourself. You have to get it.
You're going to have to find, and just because you're like, well, I don't have that many skills. Not now, but it's like a video game. You're going to level up, right? And you might do like different multiple jobs and different things, and they all seem like they're like starter jobs, and it kind of sucks.
It's like going to a restaurant. I'd be like, I know I should pay y'all. Oh, sorry. I know I should pay y'all, but I really don't want to pay y'all. Can I get this for free? I think I look at you on 3 heads. Why the fuck would they do that? That shit's weird. Lack of dissonance.
Skills from each of those things that you can then, move forward on, which we have real life experience in this we'll talk about later, but you can move forward on. You're literally like gaining different things and knowing how to do things and connections that you can then use to level up.
So this is the current McDonald's CEO. I can't pronounce his name. Chris Kempczynski. He offers no sympathy for Gen Z because they're like, what are we going to do? There's competition. The job market sucks. He said the 57-year-old, so he's Gen X, the 57-year-old executive is offering some blunt advice for aspiring young professionals. Whether the market is hot or cold, no one is going to give you a handout. Your career is yours to build, and the onus is on you to make it happen. Remember, nobody cares about your career as much as you do, he said in a recent Instagram video. You've got to own it. You've got to make things happen for yourself.
Yes.
And I posted earlier today because I was thinking about it. I don't know why. Just, a lot of people backbiting each other on social media and all that. And you have to watch out too for quote unquote friends or frenemies or competitors disguised as friends, because they will try to kneecap you to get ahead themselves.
Yep. They will.
Especially if you're in the same field.
Yep.
I've had this happen before. I don't know. We talked about it before. I had one friend who actually I thought he was a very good friend who was giving me advice. Oh, don't do this, don't do that, don't sell out, don't whatever. And the first opportunity he had to do it for himself, he did it.
Well, no, he was telling you not to send stuff to Marvel because he thought
it was DC. It was DC.
Or DC. Yeah. He was telling you not to send stuff in for DC, samples into DC, because that wasn't very Christian of you. As he turned around and was sending samples to DC, he was afraid you were going to beat him out, so he lied to your face.
So
that's what you call a non-friend.
That you have to look at too, especially this is why we talk about like the beloved community, or community, or
non-Christian friend.
We're all part of the community. If you are in a competitive industry, you can be friendly with people, but chances are you're competing with them too. So I'm telling you.
That works for some people. Some people are like their friends and they're competitive friends, and that's fine. And
you can have respect for your peers, but just realize
you have friends and people that compete against you, and your friends. You just realize sometimes they're going to win, sometimes you're going to win. You can do it, but most people are just going to try to stab you in the back to get ahead, and it sucks, but it's true.
But
I think the best way to go around that is be openly competitive with your friends at work. Because if you make it openly competitive, it doesn't feel evil. Because when you don't talk about work in that sense with your friends who you work with, who you're trying to go up that business ladder, whatever that case may be, when the opportunity shows itself, they're gonna look at like, that dude's a backbiter. He didn't really X, Y, and Z, or she's a backbiter X, Y, and Z. No, you guys just never really talk about work like that. You guys look at like high school. It's not high school. See, if you are open-minded in the sense of like, okay, we're in the same field, we're gunning for the same thing, but we're working together. Be more open to the idea that your friend might get over you, but don't take it personal. It's just business. If you look at it like that, you won't feel that resentment of hatred towards them. But a lot of people do this thing where because we are mutually nice to one another, we either get drinks after work and stuff. We're gonna pretend like we're not gunning for the same fucking thing. You're an idiot. Especially if you are gunning for the same fucking thing. A Patriot Payne spoke of. Yes. So if I was you, I would be more open to be open. Like, it's like you look at it like you're playing video game with your homeboys, right? You shoot the shit, you talk the shit. You want to be better than they are, but you want to have fun with them. So be open with the idea of your homeboy doing better than you in some aspect, and be open to the idea of being better than them, and make it more of an open rivalry. If you do that more often, once they get something over you, you won't feel that sense of thing. All you'll look at it is you have to look within yourself and do a self-reflection and say, you know what? Kevin beat me, but then again, that's just my fault. Not, oh, he's a snake. You know what I'm saying? So if he does something like snake-ish at work, it's just business. It's not something to be taken personally. I hope that makes sense. I really hope that made a lot of sense. But Jesus Christ. People do this thing where because we're friends, we shouldn't be competitors. I'm like, nah, we're competitors, especially if we're in the same industry. We're competitors.
What I'm trying to say is, even if it's unethical, they've got that killer instinct, and unless you have it yourself, if you're waiting for other people to give it to you, you're probably going to be waiting a long time.
I'm not saying do shitty underhanded things.
No.
I'm not saying do that like you see the villains in the movie that tell them, you go over there and then they try to take the deal for themselves or whatever. I'm not saying be like that. You can still get ahead.
That happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
It happens all the time.
You can still get ahead. You can still be ethical, and you can still watch up yourself and get ahead. You don't have to resort to being a complete asshat.
watch your back. All I'm saying is
Yeah,
watch your back
watch
and
your
realize he's 100% correct. Nobody's going to give you a handout. Nobody's going to help you.
But here he talks about, he said, you can, to ensure you reach your career goals, he said firsthand that careers really unfold the way you have planned.
Yes.
Totally. I would school to be a teacher. He said he once dreamed of becoming a professional soccer player, not a CEO, but it became clear early on that, he wasn't up to the level he needed to be.
Yeah.
So he took, lessons he learned from washing dishes into a 3-decade-long career across companies. Basically, you take what you do know and what skills you do have, and you find a way to leverage them into what you want to do next. And you just, and if like you want to do something really bad, you find what skills you need, you go do work doing those skills, and then you apply them to the next step.
Well, and this does kind of dovetail with what I was talking about earlier. So my whole life, I wanted to be a comic book artist, and that was it. I just wanted to draw comic books. I want to make comic books. I want to make comic books. Okay, well, fine. By the time I got to a place where I could do comic books, the industry had already cratered. I was, for a while, resentful. I was doing a lot of other things. I was working at newspapers. I was doing web development. I worked in radio for a while, and I was very resentful of that because I was like, I just want to draw comics, but this day job, I guess I'll go do that until I can become an artiste. Well, fast forward a couple of decades, and doing these other things actually have saved our bacon. We actually started businesses doing other things that still are related to the art field or the creative field or whatever, whether it's websites or podcasting or whatever it is, publishing our own stuff. Had I gone in the direction I wanted to go in, I'd be homeless. Staring at 50 and being like, I only know how to draw comic books. I don't know what I'm going to do because the industry's collapsing. So sometimes those detours are actually
well, that's kind of what we were saying to animators and people who want to go to animation. It's like, well, okay, the animation industry is crap, which we've been telling you for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Or longer. But we kept saying, but if you have skills to do animation, you have skills that you can take to other, professions that you can, maybe switch, go back to school, switch, or use your skills to get a job doing something else art related, but isn't that. And that has more security. And that's what you can do. I mean, you just have to, find your openings and take it. And if every door shuts and window shuts, you get a chainsaw and you make your own damn door.
Yeah, you have to. It really is. I mean, especially as the resources dwindle, right? People are going to be more competitive. So I hate to be that guy, but I'm just getting, people are going to be a lot more competitive. People that were nice before might start being not so nice because the
we
resources.
learned that so many times with webcomics. It's like the higher you went, the more people were assholes to you. It's like, you were my friend last week. Well, it was before you were bigger than me, kind of thing. And it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, we're seeing this in some other spaces too. I'm just saying. So he says, keeping an open mind can be a career changer. Instead of expecting stability, one of the biggest paths to long-term success
I think
is
the problem
embrace.
with the word friend alters when you become an adult. I think a lot of people have this idea with the word friend is like you're in like high school or some shit. I think we gotta stop doing that. The word friend should alter when you're like, and should be taught in school where it alters when you're a certain age. Because after that point, friend is very loose depending on what you mean by that. Especially if you're a certain age.
Facing chaos with curiosity, the willingness to say yes when opportunities arise, according to Kempczynski. To be a yes person is way better than to be a no person, he told LinkedIn CEO Ryan Roslansky. So as those career twists and turns happen, the more that you're seen as someone who's willing to say yes and go do something, it just means you're going to get that next call.
I can't tell you how many times Neon has said he could do things he couldn't do just because he'd get the job and then he learned how to do it before he started. It happens so many times. And ironically, like video production for one, he told me, yeah, I know how to do that. He didn't know how to do any of it. But he learned how to do it.
I knew I could learn how to do it. I had the basics. I knew,
He got the job and he learned how to do it. He did it and he was able to do what he said he could do. And then we've taken those skills and here we are now. He didn't say, no, I can't do that. He's just like, sure I can, or I will find out how to do it by tomorrow or something, Try to look at it as positive as you can and be like, well, yeah, I'm going to learn that skill. No, I can't do it.
Because when you're a guy, you have nothing but time against you. So you have to run against the clock. When you're a man, you're expected to know what the fuck you're doing, even though when you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So even when you say you know what you're doing and you don't absolutely know, you better know what you're doing.
Try.
Yeah, and that's another thing too that I've learned with jobs too is like you're kind of expected to be Scotty, at least in the production end of it.
Thank
Like
you
you're
for eating
expected
my
to
heart.
do the impossible on an impossible deadline. But sometimes you have to, because if you're not even willing to try and you
You're
give them
fucked.
the lecture up front, like, yeah, this isn't going to work because XYZ reason, they're going to view you as being negative, even if you are pragmatic, even if you're realistic. Sometimes the people you're working for are not. Okay, they just want to hear, yes, I can get it done, because they're paying you to get it done. So, it is what it is. Yeah, at the beginning of my career, I often credit it with my ability to say yes. Who's going to make the copies, and who's going to get the coffee? Me. Who's going to be there early and set up the meeting? Me.
Me.
Who's going to go watch which door consumers go in to determine what the best way or the best bay or window is for Saks Fifth Avenue? And that's me.
That was a girl at L'Oreal, yeah.
That was not
That was not him.
Oh, that was him. I'm like, why are you
That was
saying
Stephanie
Saks Fifth?
Kramer from L'Oreal.
Stephanie Kramer. But no, that attitude. Now, I will also I guess give the opposite opinion, where sometimes you can set yourself up for disappointment if you go out of your way to do as much as possible for a company and then they don't reciprocate.
That's true.
You need to look at, like, I'm doing it for
Yeah,
my.
you gotta get over the young people gotta get over that shit. That's the biggest one. You're just working for a company. They don't like you just because you're here for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, 5 months. It don't matter. No matter how perfect you are, they don't give a flying fuck. The only thing is, are you valuable for the moment? Not you valuable for 10 years or some shit like that. Don't fall for that stupid shit. Don't fall for that stupid shit. That's stupid. Don't you look like a clown. Now, I'm not saying not to do your job or not do what your boss tells you. I'm saying don't expect them to be like your friend. That shit's stupid. Everyone's replaceable. Everyone is replaceable. You are right. Hum, you are right. Everyone is replaceable no matter what. Even when people who is on top of the food chain in that business is also replaceable. They're just a little bit harder to replace, but they are replaceable nonetheless.
Myself, I'm learning how to do this for myself. So
Even a
whether I'm
CEO
at
can
this
get
company or
replaced,
I'm someplace
depending.
else, I know how to do this, and you know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people, again, put unrealistic expectations on their
Correct.
company. They think the more they do, the more they're
Correct.
going to get paid. Or
It's not. They're not going to do that.
I think-
Not
Some
Look
necessarily.
at
places.
Paimon. Look at Paimon in Genshin. I think they replaced her ass because she kept on talking too much. She won't shut the fuck up. I don't know why she kept on talking.
I think less corporate places might reward you for that.
Which is
corporations
irony
don't.
because that's all Paimon does all day. Won't shut the fuck up. She was the perfect role for that. Shut up. Stop talking.
Shit.
Yeah.
They're just going to take credit for your work and then move themselves ahead.
Now, I'm sure that this is all roads are leading to AI, because they're all like, well, you need to be curious and willing to adapt to new workflows. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that's where you're all going with this. But yeah, they said the idea that careers aren't built by waiting for someone to tell you what to do is exactly the message Kemzinski wanted to send to Gen Z. Staying
And
curious.
it's a correct message.
It is. Staying curious and being willing to step through doors before you know exactly where they lead is often key to long-term success. Yeah, and then what happens is you blaze a trail, and then other people want to follow you, but then you've got to be 3 steps ahead of them.
Right. Well, yeah. But I mean, so you have that on one side, and then you have other businesses teaching kids how to toughen up.
Toughen
because
up.
They don't have to take criticism. So I think the best thing the colleges could do is teach.
Join any business or organization, who would it be? Honestly, it was up to me. I would start my own startup. I think it's best to start your own business instead of going down someone else's business. But if I had to pick a business outside of that idea, I would go with, like, despite my skills that I have, if I had to knock that out of the way and just pick a company, it would be in business tech. I'll be in tech. Well, I want to be in tech even now, but like something business wise, maybe like a financial a financial firm. Maybe. Most likely. If I had to pick, maybe like actually no. Fuck that. I will be in a business that people are going to need, something in like real estate. People are always going to need a house. Even no matter how expensive houses is, everyone wants a house. No one wants to rent. People rent because they have no choice, but most cases, if they have to choose between renting and a house, they'll pick a house. But like just right now, houses are expensive, but if houses weren't as expensive, people will pick a house. No one will ever rent ever. If getting a house was the same as getting renting a apartment, people will go down with a house. So it'll be somewhere in real estate. I did like that idea that what Elon Musk was doing with that what do you call it, boxable? I'm already working that boxable division. I would probably do that. Thank you, I appreciate it. I probably might do that. Boxable. Yeah, I work for that company for Elon Musk. Because, like, it makes affordable housing much easier for most people. I don't know if he's still doing that, though. But something in the housing market. I think that makes sense. Not food. Fuck food. I understand people always gonna need food, but not food. I will not fuck with food. Especially restaurants. Restaurants are the worst. Especially if you want it as yourself, like a business. Oh my god. I will never want a restaurant. The only time you would want a restaurant is if you have millions of dollars from something else. You can probably take care of most of the financial problems in that. If you have like millions of dollars, like if you're a celebrity and you have like a restaurants, that can work. But if you're just a Joe Schmo, fuck no. Decisions, but of course it's impossible for yeah. That's the hard. What about the crusty crab pizza? That's like one of the like rock and a hard place decisions. Should I rent? If I rent, I'll be forever renting. I won't make any money or I won't get any equity or anything like that. But if I get a house, I'm going to be probably in a much worse place than me renting. So I was like, fuck. Either I best if I stay with my parents or work with a roommate. But I think it's best to go with your family than a roommate, because a roommate can tomorrow say, hey, listen, I'm getting a new boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever case may be. See ya. And then you're literally like, fucked. So if you have like a guardian that you used to live with or like a parent, I think that's the best decision. Especially if you're just struggling and you're not getting a lot of work, or work is like employment's little to nothing and you're just barely scraping by. Like, especially if you're like most of your paycheck is going to like just keeping the apartment in general. You can't even buy groceries. You're best off moving back with your parents, paying probably $500 in rent, you know what I'm saying, or $600. You're better off doing that and going back to school, or if you're not going back to school, save your money working and find other skill. You don't have to even go back to school. You don't have to go to college. You can go Google certifications and find some certifications that would really be good for you. That's what I'm technically doing. So like, that's and build a skill that way. Get a bunch of certifications and see if you can qualify getting a job. You might be able to get them. That's the best way I can say for anyone who's in this situation. So like, if you're living with your parents or a case may be, it's not the end. All you need to do is just kind of work in reverse. You know what I'm saying? I'm on was to buy a fixer-upper house, then rent it out for cheap. Yeah, that's better off too. You can do that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Tax deeds and stuff like that. You can buy some land and shit like that, or buy some houses that like tax deeds and shit. Do a tax auction. Buy it over the counter type shit. and then get the house, and then well, hopefully if they didn't pay their taxes, you get the house, and then you can just like rent out that house, like clean it up, put in some new furniture, all that stuff. Put it for rent, or you can put it for like an Airbnb. That can work, and then do the same thing over and over again. You get like several houses. You can do it that way, or you can rent out those houses to like actual families. That's the only thing I can probably like suggest. Outside of that, you can build wealth that way. But like it's gonna take some time. And there's a lot of research you can do. YouTube's got a lot of like information you can use to like learn from and apply that knowledge. Well, it's really up to the individual.
People how the resilience training in school. If you're a parent and you have a child that's, you know, Gen Z or Gen Alpha, you need to make sure your kids learn resilience training, and they learn how to deal with criticism. They learn how to deal with things don't always go your way. And then they have to be taught how to deal with, you know, like stress at work.
This is crazy.
That's the hard part. Most of the kids who are suffering from this is because most of their parents were piece of shits and didn't know how to parent or didn't want to parent. So you tell them to parent is like telling them to like actually do their job. They're not gonna do it. Those are the same parents who put those kids on the iPhone or on the tablet. Those are the same parents who are like, you can't talk to my kid that way, knowing that your kid was being a piece of shit to the teacher. Saying everything under the sun. That's why they can say, like, I'm gonna call your parents if you keep acting like this. Call them, fuck you, give me my phone back. The respect is gone. Shit, if I said that shit to the teacher, my dad will kick my ass. My father would kick my ass if I said some crazy shit to the teacher. Anything close to that. Let's see. Pure disappointment. You said what to Mrs. Who? Oh my god. You would beat the living brakes off me. But now parents now don't do that no more. And because they don't do it no more, these kids are out of line as shit. And turn into like mini activists. I remember that one woman told her, well, she told her son, she told her 4-year-old son, or I think it's like 4 or 5, and this was I think she died on this same day. She told her son, while sitting in his car seat, to tell her, if the police officer pulls me out of the car, you get out of this car and fight him. You told your toddler son to fight a grown man because you can't keep your shit in line? Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, it was a whole thing. This black lady told her son, if the police officer pulls me out of this car, you fight him. Like, that was stupid. And she ended up dying that day. Because she, I guess, resisted the officer and pulled his gun or some shit. When found out that she had drugs in the car. I think she had drugs in the car. She had her boyfriend's drugs in the car. She knew exactly what he was doing. I don't know. He was like 4 or 5 years old. And he's in a car seat, so you know he's a child. He's not like a kid. He's a child, like toddler-esque type kid. He's 4 or 5. And she told her son, if I get pulled out of this car, you make it your mission to fight this man. Because she got pulled over. When the cop pulled her over, you know how the cop's trying to like get his things together before he goes to the car? She tells and records it too. She records this in the car and tells this to her son. One of the most insane things I've ever seen in my entire life. And she ended up dying that day. She made that boy have distrust in the police, that's one, low key, and then two, end up being an orphan in the same breath. Because I don't think the real dad was in his life, but she definitely had her boyfriend's drugs in his car. In her car. That shit was dumb. Why would you record that? And why would you tell it to a child, of all things? That shit is wild. Yeah, in college, I'm fucked. They break my bank, charge me. I drew Kenji Harkari from Jujutsu Kaisen. Liberty says, yeah, I'm in college and I'm fucked. They break my bank and charge me $4,125 a semester. Yeah, bro, it's a scam, bro. It's a scam, bro. You're better off right now going on Google Coursera and paying $80 a month for those courses than paying $4,125 for a semester for a book you may not even open. I remember I did the same thing. I was forced to take a class. I think it was a bilingual class, and it was Spanish. I had to pay some high ass number of money for a book I didn't even open. No, I got the digital book. I didn't even get the physical book. I got the digital book. And we didn't open that bitch. And I paid a lot of money for a book I didn't open. Not once. Nah, bro. It's a scam to a degree. Now, I understand there's some... I don't even think it's a scam when you're going for, like, a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. Anything under, like, doctor or lawyer, it's a scam. Doctor, lawyer, or even a law enforcement. One of those three things. If you're in law enforcement, doctor, lawyer, and maybe even business, anything outside of that, don't fuck with it. Don't even bother. Don't even bother, bro. You're better off just, like, getting a trade job or whatever the case may be. I'm telling you, you're better off getting a trade. And I'll take electrician. If I had to take a trade, I'll be electrician. Because, like, I wouldn't take anything with labor, like, being a construction worker, because that's going to be replaced in a couple of years, because, like, they have robots now doing all that shit. They can 3D print houses now. There's a company right now 3D printing houses. And they can be printed within, like, 24 hours. The only thing that they need to do is just install, like, the plumbing and electric, and that's it. But I can't get loans from the bank to buy property since they won't let me. Yeah. Yeah. I would go for business. If you're not going for law enforcement, medical, or, law enforcement, those are the three. If you're not going for law enforcement, business, or medical... law enforcement, business, medical, and I would say tech, but then again, you don't really need to go to college for tech. Because you really don't, per se. You can. It's good. I'm not saying it's not bad. You can. I don't think it's even a waste of money, but you don't have to. If you're going for school for art, you're wasting your time, to a degree, I believe. Now, if you're already in art school, good for you. If you can afford it, good for you. And that's fine. But most of the stuff you're going to learn, you could have learned by yourself. Majority, like 85% of the things you learn in art school, you'll learn by yourself on YouTube. Or on from a few courses from professionals who actually work in that field. You're better off going with that. You'd be surprised how much going to college will be probably a waste of time if it's not something like the three things I mentioned. You know, this came out pretty decent in my head. Not as good as I wanted, but decent enough. It's not where I want it to look, but it's you can tell it's aqua. So I guess that's not a total loss on that. You can tell who it is. Maybe because of the outfit, 9 times out of 10. But like, I thought the eyes was gonna get fucked hard, but it didn't get that. It didn't get that fucked. This is the only reason why I like digital. I would say I only prefer digital or traditional because if I can't make a mistake, I can just isolate one particular thing and fix it till I get it right. But like that's also the best and worst thing about traditional art, because traditional art really puts in the test of what you know and what you don't know, what you can do, what you can improvise with, and all that stuff. There you go.
Normal stuff.
So this is a company. It's PwC UK. Quite often, this is Filippo O'Connor, who's the
Sorry.
people officer, HR officer. Okay. Quite often, we are struck that the graduates who join us are meeting all the cognitive tests we've set, but they don't always have the resilience. They don't always have the human skills that we want to deploy onto the client work that we pass them toward. We've really doubled down, particularly with this year's graduates. We're doing a whole load of separate training in their first 6 months with us, really about resilience, really about some of those communication skills. So they have to basically re-educate them. They have to teach
6
them.
months re-educating them.
They have to teach them the skills they should have picked up in grade school, high school, college, because the grade schools, the high schools, and the colleges are coddling people now. So they're not allowed to deal with conflict, and you're not allowed to have conflict. If you get into a fight, if a kid's picking on you and hits you, you get in trouble too.
Right?
It's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, if you don't even do anything. So they're teaching what they should already know. The flip side is if you have the opportunity to get this training and you're in a position
Thank
like,
you.
that might
Sorry,
benefit you later if you're Gen Z. But they're basically, doing training to teach you how to deal with stress, how to make sure you can complete your workload. How do you manage your calendar?
Oh God, this is so this I feel this one. They said earlier this year, the executive led the charge to skill bosses in managing young professionals, citing that Gen Z responds to feedback differently. They want to know why, how. They want constant feedback.
Oh my God, they do.
On the flip side, she described having to teach basic things to young staffers that would mind boggle
All
their
right,
Gen
later.
X counterparts. How do I
right,
manage my
got you.
calendar? You have to
I got you,
actually
Mox.
accept
Do
the
your
meeting
thing.
request. So what happened to this whole like Gen Z knows tech better than Gen X and Boomers? What happened to this?
I know, right? You can't just walk out of the meeting that you're in because you have another one left.
It's not that Gen X or Gen Z knew more tech better than Boomers. It was just that majority of them was hired, and most of them did not know anything about tech because they was just a DEI hire. Most of them, not all, but a good set of them was DEI hire. So they thought they knew enough when they didn't know jack shit. That's what happened. This happened in Twitter. The people before Elon Musk bought Twitter, you'd be surprised how many of them went to work. They went to work for like 2 hours, and then they left. And then they didn't come back till a week later and still made 6 figures. You'd be surprised how many times they did that. They'll come to the office or in the building, get a cup of coffee, because you know how they usually do this thing where they will record themselves showing how much food they eat at work? They'll show like the bagel, the coffee, all these different foods that they was offering for free. And then they'll go to yoga class. Somehow they had a yoga class. They had a bunch of different things that they didn't need, especially at Google. Google and Twitter did this. They had like these playrooms for adults who was in the tech business who were able to get to that point. And most of the time, most of them was just, well, I wouldn't see the men were doing this, but mainly was the women would record themselves and their so-called, what do they do in work? They'll sit down, they say they do like 2 hours of work and that's it. And then they go back eating every 5 seconds. It was wild. I remember It's a Gundam talked about this. He showed a whole video on this like several times, how these tech girlies would just be always eating all the time. They always have time to go get a lunch break nearly every few hours. It's like, it's insane. Like, you see her get food 4 times a day within the week. And it's insane. Most people at the job couldn't even get food, would get lucky if their break was even like 30 minutes. She was constantly getting lunch breaks after breaks within 4 or 5 times a day. It was insane. It was insane. Then that's where you started realizing there was a problem here. This is not work. This is something's not right. And then when the pandemic came through, that shined the light on everything at that point. That same chick doesn't work in tech anymore. She was laid off a long time ago. After the pandemic. Kind of strange. Let me see here. And I only noticed it was only women doing this. That was the funniest part. You only noticed that the women was doing this. These a day of me in the tech working at some company or something. Probably like at Microsoft or some shit. Okay, she's done. Aqua's done. Let me try. I can show this. There we go. Very good. Thank you. Another one in the.
Oh, still going on. I mean, that sucks.
Oh
What
my
are you
God.
supposed to do? You know?
Oh my God. Yeah, you can't just, sit there and text your family
No.
all damn afternoon if we're paying you to be here.
Yeah, that they will do.
Charitable organizations are also stepping up to solve Gen Z's professional pitfalls. Radical Hope is a nonprofit, oh my God, helping equip college students with essential skills, including communication, interpersonal dexterity, and emotional intelligence. What? So now they're all these, they said, okay, so this is Liz Field, the CEO of Radical Hope, hopes the Gen Z trainees will become adept in the skills we all got growing up at the kitchen table. Even little things like small talk can be a challenge
Yes.
for the young hopefuls striving to one day
That's
succeed
why
in the
you have
workplace.
the Gen Z stare in that. It's like they don't want to talk.
They won't ask
Yeah, I
somebody,
have that-
do you want to go to the dining hall and grab dinner? You want?
Yeah, I have that problem with my little brother. He sucks at talking. Bro sucks at talking. And he'll do this like silence thing. He sucks at talking. That shit is ass. Like, you're young. You should want to like talk every 5 seconds, have questions and shit. No. And it's like they're doing like a stoic thing. They just don't want to talk. Fucking dumbass. Like, it's weird.
You want to go grab a beer? Do you want to go for a walk? Do you want coffee? They internalize the whole thing. The face-to-face rejection is what they're afraid of.
I mean, I
What?
get it. No one likes rejection. I completely understand that. But you're going to have to like learn how to, you're talking like these people don't want to do even basic things because they're too worried. I think that colleges, if this is the case, it's a wide enough spread issue that businesses are offering these courses that schools are now, like the one University of New York was offering it. So is it a widespread issue? Yes. Is it everyone? No. But it's a widespread enough issue that I think that having, offering these trainings,
Yeah.
it's clearly a cultural shift. It's clearly a cultural identity issue that offering those things is probably a good idea for people to take. If you're Gen Z out there and you're having trouble with some of this stuff, and go look. If they have stuff online for this, then
really sure
take
to
it
tell
if it's
me.
going to help you. It only can help you.
But why?
Because I think they're failed the whole way around. I think you have too many places coddling. I think you have helicopter parents. I think the pandemic. I think university is a joke now. Just they're taking money.
No, that's
Our
true.
son said his degree. I mean, he was like, it was laughable. He learned more in the high school.
I
said that.
It was a good school too. I don't understand. This should be for what we paid for it. Anyway, it's just like, what the hell? So I want to know, but this is what gets me too. Like the people that we deal with, the stands and the like terminally online weirdos and stuff like that, they obsess about name calling and whatever, because I think to them that's the worst possible thing is to be called names. And I'm like, bitch, we used to get into fist fights. I wound up in alternative ed because I was a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
Like,
you told the superintendent to get bent.
I literally told the superintendent to go fuck himself. Yeah, I did. So you think you're going to come at me. So this is what I'm saying. So then what you do, if you know they're that fragile, is you turn it around. You're like, I am Gen X. I can break you. I can crack you.
I don't
right?
want to crack them though.
I don't want to crack anybody. But
want
if
to
you,
help.
if
Oh,
if you
wait,
come at
Neon,
me
wait!
through the screen.
Wait. That term is different now. Wait, Neon, stop! Wait! Bro, wait. Oh my god. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. Yo, you cracking, folks? Oh my god, bro doesn't understand how much that term has changed. Oh shit. What the fuck? Why is it? What the fuck? Why is it? What the hell? That was weird. This is weird, like it's magnetizing to the thing. What the fuck? Yo, when I was like, dude, wait, hold on. Eyes are different now. I hate y'all. Y'all, this is why I don't like the gooner term. This is why I don't like the gooner term. Because when I heard the word gooner, I thought, oh, you're a henchman. That's usually what it meant. Nah, you fuck asses go and change the term because, just because, for the sake of because. I hate y'all. I hate every last one. Fucking horrible.
Because you can't do it in real life, then I just have to be like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're stupid. Nobody likes
Oh, they
you.
do that. Like, I don't have to listen to you because you're fat. And I'm like,
Okay.
it's like, well, you're
a loser.
It's like, you're a master of the obvious. Okay, yes,
I
I know
know.
I'm fat, but this is about you being an idiot. You know what I mean? It's, look,
Yeah,
it's just that they're
Coomer.
offering these. One, the college, they're seeing enough of an uptick in this,
Coomer.
which means it's a generational thing. It's across the board. It's a large enough issue that, you can't just say it's because they're lazy or whatever. There's something that's been missing the entire time. And then schools need to be offering this. Like, they should
Yeah.
be offering it in high school. I would
Well,
even say
we
high
had
school.
that. We had like home ec and shop.
Yeah, I get that. We're not talking just home ec. We're talking about like how do you we had speech.
How to
we had
human?
home ec, we
Do
had
we have
speech,
to
we had
do
to
how
write
to human?
speeches. Basically. But it sounds like, we were taught to do all this stuff in high school. And just life because, we were actually supposed to get out there and do it. And I think that they need more trainings like this. Now, it's hard for me to wrap my head around because around here, it's a more rural area. People are raised, they get out there and they do shit. Like, we have a couple of the trade schools here, and those kids, they're not even done, and they already have internships and partnerships with big companies.
Bro, the problem with Neon and his wife, the reason why they're having this, they're not getting it, is because they're leaving out the one aspect of the 80s, the 90s, and the 70s. The set from the 40s up. What was the one thing that every generation had in common, even if they thought differently, did things differently? What was the one thing that they all had in common that you can at least say was the driving factor why a lot of people, whether you was poor or not, what made them get up and get a job? Do you know what it was? Or at least made them motivated to, be something? Do you know what it was? Can anyone tell me what was it that they're missing here? What was the one aspect that every other generation before the 2000s or mid 2000s had that makes it difficult for Gen Z or even millennials have a hard time with this situation? We have a word for this. Let's see here. Let's see like that. Right there. Like that. And the cuff is about here. I think it was about this hand. Right there. Like that for now. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's under the understanding that there was nothing called the internet. Yeah, you need experience for a job, but there was no such thing as internet. See, they rely so much on the internet. That's the problem. All of them had, the one thing they had in common was that they didn't have something called the internet. Because the internet was, the internet to people from the 40s and up, to this, almost to this point, was, your internet was your parents. Your internet was the people you hang out with. Your internet was, the closest thing to the internet that they had was a TV. Whether with or with, the radio was the internet. Because families would do this thing back when the radio became more accessible. Kids and families would sit around the radio and listen to story times of whatever was playing on that radio. That was a thing back then. They will sit together. That was their TV. Mom and dads will sit around the radio and they'll listen to that. Middle of the 90s where the internet was just becoming a thing. Yeah, I think, what, you're Gen Z, I believe? Wait, SmackDown middle of the 90s? Middle of the 90s? I think you're Gen Z. Because Gen Z is 97 and
The
up.
Humming Garden says 95.
95? Let me see, just to make sure I'm on.
The Humming Garden says I am a millennial.
Yeah, you're millennial. Ah, you're just like 3 notches away from being Gen Z. Let's go, Hum! You're from the millennial thing. Let's go. Let's go, Hum! Oh my God, let's go. Sorry, Bri. I'm sorry, Bri.
The Humming Garden says let's go.
Let's go. She's one of the millennials. I think Bri's in Gen Z, but Bri's more millennial coded than he is Gen Z, I would say. Because I think he was born like right before Gen Z became a thing. Like in the beginning stages. So he's more like
The Humming Garden says
more millennial.
Zennial.
Yeah, he's more a Zennial than Zennial. Zennial, can't say it. He's more a Zennial than he is a Gen Z. I think Bean's a little bit more Gen Z than Bri, I would say. Just slightly. I think he's older than Bean, but like I think Bean is slightly more. Slightly. And that's like from a, like if I have to put a notch, like who's more Bri's like a 3. Bean's like a 5. Let's put it that way. I'll put it that way. Let's see.
He's going out and getting it done.
I was just thinking, you got like
it's like
4th graders using a blowtorch.
I mean, but seriously, around here, like my cousin's son.
Western PA is very like, yeah, get her done. Yeah.
Well, I mean, my cousin's son, he was fixing cars with him, but like, when he was like a teenager, and then before he even graduated, he was out there with his own garage. You know what I mean?
I was pulling dents from cars when I was a kid, and my friend, he was rebuilding engines with his dad when he was like 12 years old.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, we were expected to do stuff too, and I think the best thing you can do as a parent, even, is to make sure your kids go out and get a job. I mean, it was like common sense back then. Everybody had jobs, but it's common sense because, like, I know for a fact that it's helped our kids immensely. Having that interfacing with the public, going out there and doing that stuff, and they had some money and stuff too. But the experience itself.
I think what you should do with your kids, especially in the times we live in. If I had kids right now, what I would do is that instead of waiting till they get a certain age to start teaching them shit, teach them at young. Teach them as like a little kid. So like say you're a mechanic, right? Have your boy be exposed to, or your little girl, or your boy specifically, be more exposed to cars, what's inside a car and stuff, even if he's like 2. Give him like a little toy car, show him like what car is. You don't have to want him to be a mechanic. The point is not making him into a mechanic. The point is give him a skill set to have, so just in case something happens to you, they're not totally just thrown into the pool and with no, life raft. You know what I'm saying? So what you should do is, if you're a tech person, if you're a mechanic, if you're an electrician, try to, or even a lawyer or a cop or whatever, bring these type of skills to your kids at a very young age, like them like just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just bring it very slowly, but make it into a game. Make it into something that's fun. Don't just outright throw them and just say, "Oh, this is a wrench. This is an engine. This is the carbonator." No, don't do that. Make it into a game, right? So they'll be familiarized with these items and things and these names. So when they run into a situation, they know what to do. So like if you're a tech person, right? And you're not doing cars and shit, but you do tech, teach them Python or teach them what do you call it, Java or JavaScript, but don't have them at the computer. Make it into a game so they can correlate alongside their ABCs and 1, 2, 3. So when you teach them ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, make that like a third academic thing for them. So when you teach them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, rat, cat, back, rat, whatever the fuck, and all that stuff, what you should do is make it easy for them to know what these items are in a physical sense. So they have not only the lingo down already, but they have a physical understanding of those items, so they don't feel like, you know, overwhelmed. So by the time they're 10, they know how to program shit. You know what I'm saying? They know how to program their first whatever. Or even like 9. You know what I'm saying? Or say you're a musician or some shit like that. Like, give them the tools in a sense that they have something to fall back on, and something that's marketable too. Don't be like something very useless. Like useless that could be easily replicated or easily replaced. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. So they have a head up on the other children. So that's something I would do for my kids. So they have some type of knowledge. Don't wait till like 10 and then try to get them into like being a mechanic, because they're not going to want to do that. Especially if they don't know what they're doing. They're going to be like, I don't want to fuck with this, dad. And then you get irritated. Some parents do this. They'll get irritated at the fact that you don't want to be part of whatever the dad's doing. Like, you got to think like a kid. Like, when you was a kid, did you want to do that shit with your dad at a certain age? Fuck no. Especially with something boring as fuck. They did not want to deal with that shit. We all know that.
With working with people and having to, you know, answer questions and having to do a huge difference, like night and day difference.
Yeah.
It went from like I mean, she's gonna get mad at me for saying this, but our daughter was really quiet and was so scared she wouldn't even like order at a restaurant. And it went from that to like she just like goes and does whatever she wants. She's like, oh, I'm just gonna go here because I feel like it, you know. Huge difference. And I'm like, so it's totally possible that Gen Z can be, you know, that can learn this stuff. They just have to be given the experiences to do it. And if you're a Gen Z person, go out there and get a job and do something, you know, or go volunteer, do internships or go volunteer someplace and work with the public, just so you can get that experience and then learn from the people that, instead of mocking the boomers, maybe watch how they engage with people, watch how they interact. Maybe not Gen X so much because we're more combative, but and watch how they deal with situations. And just people watch situations and watch how it's dealt with at places.
Yeah.
And these will give you some skills that you can maybe take to help you with these problems moving forward.
Oh, God, this just is so alien to me. It really is.
I know. I'm trying to wrap my head around as a teacher. And I'm trying to say, well, let's break it down in some things you can do to help. If you want to help get yourself ahead, if you want to help, you know, do whatever you can to give yourself that a little bit of an edge, maybe some of the things we're suggesting might be helpful as a mom and a teacher.
I think he's got a big scar on his face. I'm like, is that from the Burger Wars? Did you get into it with the
Burger Wars?
Burger King hit you?
This thing. No, 10 to 1, it was Wendy's.
Wendy's.
He called her red.
Call her red. And he got into it. He's a veteran of the fast food wars. All right, we're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
I gotta pick like videos that are like more newsworthy, so you don't have to look at it. Cause like there's some videos that you have to like look at to really get the concept. So I have to look for videos that are like not visually focused. It's more like news.
CES is in full swing, and the first big reveal from JSO was the first set of Steam Machine accessories. After that, let's talk about how GeForce Now looks like it's going to be ready to go for launch on the Steam Machine. And finally, we got to talk about why the Steam Deck deserves more credit. How's it going, everyone? As always, my name is James Shank.
the Steam Deck is going to be like $1,000, but I kind of saw that coming.
And this is Deck Ready, my channel all about
I'm not
Steam
even that
hardware.
surprised.
I hope you're having a great week playing a ton of video games. I'm still working through Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm playing Dead by Daylight with my friends. Let me know what you're playing explain down in the
People are still
comments
playing
below.
that?
Also, it would really help me out if you subscribe to the channel and set your notifications to all. I am so close to 100,000 subscribers. If you watch the content regularly and you enjoy it, please subscribe and set your notifications to all. I can't think of any other way to ask anymore. But with the intro out of the way, let's talk about some of the CES reveals that we got from companies like JSO. Obviously, they're going to do more Steam Deck docks, but they've got their sights set firmly on the Steam Machine because that's a whole new avenue for them, and I'm assuming everyone else to get some accessories for this thing out there. And the cool thing is, Valve made this thing pretty modular, right? Like JSO will definitely get some faceplates out after the thing launches. They're also working on the e-ink display that Valve showed off in all of the reveals, and then weirdly said they're not going to produce it, so I'm excited to get my hands on that when it eventually comes out. But since that stuff takes time, JSO got to work on some stuff that they can have ready to go at launch, and what they came up with is like D-brand style skins for the faceplate that will come equipped with your Steam Machine at launch. The first one has a sort of runic look to it. It honestly reminds me of the PS4 launch title Knack, and then they eventually made Knack 2. It was one of the weirdest games ever. It was like a Pixar style game that Mark Cerny was the architect behind, but it had those nice chunky blocky textures in it. The cool feature of it though is that once you have it on the front of your Steam Machine, it glows in the dark. So if you're playing in a lit room or you leave your Steam Machine on an entertainment center with this skin equipped, it'll charge with the light of the sun coming through your window or the light of your room overhead, and then when you turn the lights off to play some video games, the front of your Steam Machine will glow. They show this in a picture, and obviously that doesn't really convey how good it's going to look, but I like the creativity. Like JSO has always been cool about this. Like they're the first ones who made the clear backplates for the Steam Deck way back, and they also are one of the companies who made the backplates for the Steam Deck with the built-in heatsink.
Actually, let me stop this because this one's you have to visually see too. I wonder if Monty has something. I don't think we have to actually see anything with Monty. Yeah, I don't think Monty Sensei has a... You don't have to actually look at his, you can just have to hear what he has to say. This is 4 days ago. If I remember right.
Neon Genesis Evangelion director Hideaki Anno, hope I'm pronouncing the name right, doesn't believe creating for the global market is the way to go. I'm sorry, but the audience will have to be the one to adapt. Man, you know how refreshing this is to hear? Just a sigh of relief and a sea full of everyone thinking that appealing to the global audience is the way to go. Because as the saying goes, if you try to please everyone, you please no one. And most of all, it's refreshing to hear this from a Japanese creator, OG at that, when the anime industry is facing so much pressure nowadays to globalize itself with the immense popularity it has garnered in recent years. It reminds me of when Sakurai, creator of Super Smash Bros., said Japanese devs should make games for the Japanese demographic and not try to appeal to the Western taste.
Bingo! Yahtzee!
And me, using common sense, which is severely lacking nowadays, says, yes, that's what makes your games and entertainment special overall. It's different. Now, before we get into this article, I want to point out how there's people who will try to fight against this, like it's taboo or offensive for Japanese creators to make entertainment for Japan and not everyone else. Like this back and forth display on Twitter recently occurring with this post saying, Japanese media is made for a Japanese audience. It's not made for you. With this user responding, I have been consuming Japanese media since the 90s. If I have an honest conversation with a Japanese person, they would be cool with it and would disagree with this statement. So no, you are wrong on this. Which I'm sure the Japanese fans weren't mad at the Dragon Quest remake having westernized standards imposed on their entertainment with foolish body type A and B replacing male and female, and also having outfits censored for the women characters, which is a desecration to its legacy. Yes, I'm sure they don't mind all of this Western elitist politically correct ideology imposed on what they enjoy, with even the creators speaking out about how stupid all of this is. Which gives credence to this response. I'm not wrong. Japanese media is literally made for a Japanese audience. I don't care how long you consumed it. It's simply not made with you in mind. That's why it needs to be translated or, God forbid, localized for you to even fathom it.
Thank you!
Now, on to this article. When asked how these changes are impacting the way Japanese content is made and distributed, Ano remarked that anime and film studios haven't made any conscious changes in the past years, even though the environment itself has slightly changed. I personally never made anything with the overseas audience in mind. I can only make domestic stuff. Production companies are quick to say, think about the overseas market, but personally, that's not my goal, he explained. And this is where longevity is truly to be had. Yes, there would be short-term gain in appealing to the global market as production companies are pressuring them to do so, but with that comes an erosion of your personal touch, your voice, and cultural identity, which in the long run will cause you to lose far more than you've ever gained. And this is where the curator meets the out-of-touch studio exec. One is driven by dollar signs and short-sightedness, while the other is driven by passion, creativity, and vision. My stance is simply, it first needs to be a work that will be well received and found interesting in Japan, but if by any chance people overseas also find it interesting, I'd be grateful for that. Which is basically common sense, but in today's landscape is considered genius rhetoric. Make your art for the core audience, and whoever else joins in is considered a bonus. Ano mentions that working on Evangelion Thrice Upon a Time, he wasn't considering the overseas market at all. Apparently, he decided to produce the film independently, which is very impressive, because it meant no one else could interfere, and he was ready to take full responsibility for it regardless of how well it performed financially. And this, I will always respect with any creator, sacrificing their livelihood to put it all on the line to produce something they believe in, knowing their vision will not be compromised, and in this case led to one of the most impactful anime to ever touch the industry. Ano explains that making a film for a non-Japanese audience comes with some considerable difficulties, especially the language barrier. Works that are made through a Japanese thought process can only be understood in Japanese. Film has both visual and sound elements, so compared to other forms of storytelling, the language barrier is not that. However, lines in the script are still in Japanese, and the drama is achieved through the thoughts and feelings the characters experience in Japanese. Which is why it's truly disrespectful when people defend this horrendous insertion in Japanese art.
Hey, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes!
As this user often does, promoting more of it to be done. Personally, I want to hear the author's true voice when watching anime, not some butchered, fucked up version done by a localizer to fulfill their own ego, rather than honoring the work they've been assigned with.
Damn straight.
Truthfully, the only people who should be working on translating Japanese are those that, even if given the permission by the creators themselves to translate how they see fit, they would still choose not to, seeing it as offensive to ever dare change the dialogue by inserting their own cultural language, like, oh, this is how I talk, versus seeing it as a duty to translate it as accurate and true to the writer's work. The Evangelion director remarks that such works can be well received overseas as well, given that the audience understands the intentions and nuances of the narrative expressed in Japanese. However, he also says that as a creator, he can't accommodate his work to the audience. I'm sorry, but the audience will have to be the one to adapt.
Message!
And I couldn't have said it any better. And I hope this attitude spreads throughout Japan. I know a lot of times there's this pressure to accommodate and be polite amongst Japanese culture, don't cause conflict and stir up the plot, but they need to recognize there are those who would love to see this director's attitude be done away with and have Japanese media be completely diluted of any cultural identity by elites and fake fan posers alike. I don't care if there are jokes that are Japanese specific and certain nuances in Japanese slang way of speaking. If I don't get it, that's on me and up to me to have the will to further understand it. Because if anything, it makes watching the anime that much more immersive. Film isn't a medium that accommodates its content for the viewer. That's why the audience has to trust the creators and what is interesting, and that's why I think it's completely fine to keep production domestic, he says. Even Ghibli, Miyazaki stick to domestic production, and I'm sure they don't even think about the overseas market. So basically, I applaud this creator and others who think like them. You see this with From Software making games for their target hardcore audience instead of casual fans, journalists who find them too hard to play, and want a difficulty setting that accommodates their lack of willing to adapt, and the return has led them to great success. If you create a genuinely good product, the audience that's into it will find it. As he says later, a part of why Japanese works haven't been able to make it to the West until now is because we were kind of bad at selling selling them. But the problem with that is now they're trying to sell it to people who don't have a natural interest in it. It's either bandwagon fans or influencers looking to further their brand appeal. True fans in the West have always organically sought out Japanese works without it being sold to us. We liked it for what it was and nothing more. We adapted. Versus now, you have those who don't want to adapt, but tear, strip, and censor everything out of what makes it special. Which is why I hope this director's attitude will spread and be adopted by all creators. But that's all I have for this video. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Also, if you haven't checked out my music, links in the description. If you love those Samurai Champloo lo-fi mellow boom bap vibes, then my music is definitely for you. And if you want to support the content I create, consider joining my channel. Becoming a member is much appreciated. See you in the next video. Free think. Peace.
Oh, so it, okay. Fucking this up. You guys are quiet today. Fuck. It's called the Four Candies pencil set. I'll put on TikTok shop, but I have
Stan,
to
M. KB says thanks.
Yep. Okay. 4 candles. This maybe just me, but it feels like it's kind of stiff. Something about it feels off. Yeah, it's something about this outfit. Something about this outfit's off. I think it's the way I constructed this. Night night. What's up, Ghost? For you guys to guess and for me to know. So no one else guessed. Yeah, you too, bro. Thank you for coming, I appreciate it. the stream today. No, I don't remember. Sorry, I don't remember. I do not remember that conversation. It's a coloring book? Of what? No, it's called We Can't Fix It. Can't do nothing about it now. I noticed the wave before. I can recognize the mistakes, but since I can't do it digitally, there's nothing I can do. It's obvious this hand's supposed to be much bigger than this body, especially if it's coming at us. Actually, the clothes are off as well. Actually, this is actually off as well. This whole, whatever this is, the collar to the school uniform is off as well. Completely wrong. Nah, you're fine. Hold on. Yes. Yes, it is. To answer your question. I know. That's why I don't stream on TikTok anymore like that. TikTok has just shadow banned me. Nope. I can't trust y'all. Nope. And if I were to bring that back, that's only for people who pay. I can't trust y'all to do shit. Nope. You gotta pay for that shit. If you're a student, yeah, you can probably hear yourself talk. But for everyone, fuck no. Never again. Yeah, they were. Blame your fellow viewer for that one. That's why we Westerners can't have nice things. We are our own worst enemy. We can't have nice things at all. And I wholeheartedly believe that. I think majority or most Westerners can't have nice things.
King FC says hello.
Because of our, what do you call it, our,
King FC
Our
says
hubris.
looks really good.
thank you. that was a super chat. Or a TikTok chat. Though. I think it's still glitchy to this day. Oh no, I went to the top gifters. That was it. Okay. That's what they mainly came from. Yeah, I think it's a product of its time now. This of the North Star. The dude who made JoJo made the Fist of the North Star? I don't think so. Okay. Thank you. Wish it can look better than this, but where are he? He's on the track. Why? I practice every single day, and still I have a lot to learn still. Yeah, I do freelance work, or I do what do you call it? I sell on Redbubble. Mainly it's just stickers. bit better, but it's alright. Thank you, I appreciate it. You too. It is. Hello. Hello, what's going on? How are you? What brings you to the stream and all that good jazz? She's so happy. Not wrong. But thank you, though. Thank you. I appreciate it very much so. Hold on. One second, guys. 1 second. I'm just trying to clean some of this off. Hello, how goes it, Monique? What brings you to the stream today? How's life? Hopefully it's good. If not, then it will get better. If you don't think so, prove me wrong. Nope, I'm not going to call it. Nope. When the wild things are, when the wild things are, when the wild things are. I only do that for my students. Sorry, you gotta be a student first. I hope you never lose that innocence in you. It's the hardest thing to do, but it's true. You're growing up to know. You know you're not alone. I did my best to make home feel like home. Feel like skeletons waiting empty closets. I can cover your eyes. You gotta become a student for me to just sing for you. I can't spare you from the darkness. I can't fix a broken heart, but I can use my scars to guide you. I didn't. I learned on my own. Falling, falling. Where the wild things are, where the wild things are, where the wild things are, where the wild things are. Hold on to you. Yep, I'm actually done. I did my work for today. I drew What's Her Face from Lucky Star and Sana from Konosuba. My work done, so I'll let you guys go. Have a great night. Keep safe. Thank you, Brad, for overwatching the stream and stuff if you're still here. So with that said, keep safe, keep practicing, keep doing what you need to do, guys. I appreciate it. Great stuff. So I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, I'm out. Bye bye, guys. See you guys tomorrow.